We were talking about the campaign.
Yes, bravo. We were talking about the advocacy campaign, and we said that while making any advocacy campaign, we must have some specific features, which are the rightness of our cause. Your cause that you are making the campaign for must be a righteous one. The power of the advocates, the ones who are in the campaign, and that's what we will speak about today. The thoroughness with the advocates research and issue, the skills in using the advocacy, and of course the selection of effective strategies and also tactics. So that were the first step in order to make a very good advocacy campaign. And later we have started speaking about the most important skills that any advocate must have, okay, while making a good campaign, like emphasizing the organization's value. What's your values? What are you advocating about? To plan for small wins, present the issue in your own way, developing your own public identity, and check for the facts and keep it simple and passionate, opportunistic. All of the skills that we have started speaking about. Last time I have spoken about understanding the issue. What is the problem that you are advocating about? Because once you try to understand your issue, your problem, then everything is gonna be easy, and then you will be able to advocate more effectively. Today we will speak about recognizing allies. Recognizing allies. So, one of the most important things while launching any campaign is to have allies. So, what is the meaning of allies, Hasim? Yes,
Like support.
yes, exactly. Allies like your supporters, the people who support you, who support your cause, who have the same ideas and principles and share common views that you have. Consequently, today we'll speak about how to recognize those people, how to be able to collect them, and later to join them into your campaign. So, can you read please? What are allies?
Allies are people or groups of people who have the same interests as you, or the capacity or resources to help you. Allies are essential because you can accomplish much more if there are people who believe in the cause supporting you.
So, again, once again, the allies are the group of people who share your same interests and your own common views. Consequently, once they have your common view, they have your interests, they understand the same issue from your own perspective, at their own perspective, of course. Consequently, you will all seek the same result. You will all need to change something or to keep it in its place, whatever views you have. So, you can all gather together in order to make a difference. So, why do you need allies? If you are launching a campaign, why would you need allies? Can you start? Hello? Hussein, you still there?
From internet problems.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's continue. So, why do you need allies what are the things that I would love to have allies in my campaign for? So,
I read.
yes, you have number two.
Allies can help you achieve your mission. They may be willing to share their resources and information with you to achieve a common goal, and the community is more likely to pay attention if more people are working towards that goal. In other words, the more help and support you have, the more you can get accomplished.
So simply to speak about why would I need ally, we can just say the more help you and the more help and support of course you have, the more you can get accomplished. What does this mean? So simply in English we say the more the better. The more the better. Meaning that once you have more of something, the better it shall be. So right now I'm having a campaign against anything like the chemical factory we have spoken about. So the more people I can get in my campaign that can help me in order to stop the construction of that factory, the more the government is gonna listen to us, and the more effective we will be. So how can we find those allies? What are the easiest ways to find allies? Start.
The easiest way to start distributing allies is to determine if there are already groups in community working on your issue or working on a similar topic who might be interested more in working with you.
For example,
For example, if your issue is if your issue can you hear me, teacher?
yes, it's lagging sometimes, but I can hear you.
For example, if your issue is improving the nutrition value of school lunches, the American Heart Association might be interested in helping your group, or they may already be working to achieve the same outcome. One method to help identify these groups is a community resource inventory or directory. Many resource inventories are available through private organizations such as the United Way or from local government organizations.
So simply the easiest and the simplest way in order to get analyzed or to start to recruit them means to gather them or to collect them in your group. So the easiest way to have those people in your campaign is just to see the people who share the same interests and the same common views. Like, for example, if I'm raising a campaign in order to improve the nutritional values of school lunches, the nutritional values, those regarding to the food. Okay, nutrition means the materials and minerals inside our food. So we need to improve the nutritional values of school lunches because in America, for example, students eat their lunches at school. So where can I find the lies? Where? Yeah, you are speaking about the nutritional values. So the American Heart Association, they will be very, very, very interested in helping your group because they also are interested in improving the nutritional values of the students. So consequently, I can have them as my allies. Another method that can help us to identify the groups whom can help us or be our allies is a community resource inventory or directly. What is the meaning of this? I mean that many resources inventories are available through private organizations, such as the United Way or from local government organizations. It means that once you can get those people who share your same ideas, your common views, then we can get them as our ally. Applying that to any problem that we might face, Hassan, any problem, okay? So you are having a problem with anything, just search for those who can share the same common views, and later you can just have them as your allies. Some other places, of course, might find information on local resources. We have the local library in your city or your country, the referring association service, the chamber of commerce, or the city hall. Of course, all of these are in America. So simply all the public buildings that can provide you with information about the public organization or the private sector or even the governmental sector, all of these we can find some information on them in order to help us identify our allies. And if you can't even find an existing resource directly for your issue, you and your group can always create your own. So I'm searching for a specific problem, the chemical factory that we need to shut down. So I and my group, the people who have already shared my common view, we can search for that factory and try to figure out who might be interested in helping us. The last thing is that something you will want to ask is who's doing something about the issue in the community already. So if this factory has started to be constructed, so we need to ask who's taking steps in order to stop the construction of the factory. Because if they are taking steps to stop them, then they have my same common views. So they also need to stop the construction. So I must gather them as my allies. And what are they doing? What are their methods? How are they working? Are they working like my group or they are working differently? How is it going with them? Are they succeeding? Are they making any change? Okay, or not? If they are making any change, must follow their path and also try their method, which strategies and tactics they are using, which be effective. We can also ask if there some way we could collaborate with them, contact them, of course, and try to collaborate. And who else do we know might be interested in this issue, even though they may not be acting on it now. So maybe they are interested in the issue, but they do not need to start now. They need to start later. Okay. So these were some simple steps that can help you to identify your allies. So once again, to recognize your allies, number one, what are the allies? Start, please. Hussein. Hussein, understood there.
Hussein here.
Okay, I believe he has a problem in his internet connection. So once again, Hussein, we are recognizing the allies. We're speaking first about what are those allies. So they are the people or the group of people who have the same interests as we do in our campaign, or they have the capacity or the resources that may help us. Why do we need them? Of course, we can use the allies. Those allies can help us to achieve our mission. They can also share our own resources and information to achieve a common goal. The community is more likely to pay attention if there are more people working toward the same goal. So, the more, the better. How do we find them? Number one, make a community resource inventory, create directly, or even use a snowball technique. What is the snowball technique? Snowball technique when you have a group. So I know some people, and Hussein is in my group. Hussein also knows some people that I do not know. So Hussein tells me about who's most likely to join our campaign from the people he knows. Mr. Ahmad knows some people, so he will also tell us about those who know who can help us in our campaign. And Mr. Fawaz knows others, and Mr. Abdul knows others, and we start knowing as a group. We start to show who we know that might help us in our campaign. This is called the Snowpole Technique. Search other sectors of the community because other sectors might also be interested in your campaign. Do you and your allies care about the same thing? Of course, we must be caring about the same thing. So we need to determine which organizations care the most about the issue. We must use a risks versus benefits table to determine who your strongest potential allies are by taking into consideration what they may win or lose if they decide to support your cause. So if I'm taking the help from a public organization, so I need to know, are they gonna win by supporting me or they are gonna lose? Because if they gonna lose, of course they will not support me. So I always must find a beneficial thing for those people who will support me. Last but not least, by using your allies, which ally should you contact first? So to start first, you need to use the power grid to determine what type of power a group has and which group would be most beneficial to your cause. You need to start first with the strongest group, the strongest potential ally, because he can help you to achieve a lot of steps in your goal quickly. And need to contact your allies, of course, at last. And by contacting those allies, everything is gonna be easy and things will work for you. So, any questions so far about contacting your allies? If you can't speak, type in the chat. Yes, what is the question? Okay. There was that video that I uploaded to Coursera. Let's open it. I believe you're not alone having that problem.
Okay, Mr. Ahmed, I have
Yes,
session after 5 minutes. I can leave now. Thank you.
yes, you can, of course.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, Hussein, I'll upload the video on Coursera and you can watch it because you need to join your other session now. Okay? Yes, you may. Have a nice day. See you next session. Bye.